Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you clicked that link. Uh, Tom MacDonald released a song addressing the events of yesterday. I did a reaction video to the events at the Trump rally as well. Not something I normally do, but I just happened to be set up with everything right when I got the news. And so, we watched that together and for the first time, and it was shocking and horrifying, as we all know. And now that we've all had a little bit of time for the events to digest, I'm very curious as to what Mr. Tom MacDonald has to say about it. So we're going to check that out together. We're definitely going to be talking about the lyrics. We'll talk a bit about the music, I'm sure. And afterwards, we're probably going to just spend some more time talking about the events and what that means, and a little bit maybe of the what ifs, because it's almost the what ifs that have me a little bit more shook. I mean, we came really close to what would have been a broken America had that been successful yesterday. And I mean broken in a fundamental way we might not have ever recovered from. And that's a sombering thought to think. So, that being said, stressful times we living in, man. Crazy times we living in. Let's go ahead and check this out. We'll see what Tom has to say, everybody. All right? Thanks again for hanging out with me. We're going to do this together. Let's go. Tom MacDonald, you missed. That's, yeah. It says the events that took place yesterday are a horrifying example of political extremism in America. Yes, sir. During
They burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduated to you're racist if you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election, they got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president.
Makes me mad. Some raw reactions that I feel. It's just, I feel like I'm filled with raw emotion. I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election.
They don't want peace. They want skeletons. Where the fuck did they think all this rhetoric would go? All this consistent, unending indoctrination. I am not surprised that this turned out to be some fucking 20-year-old. Are you? Kid probably thought he was saving America or some shit. And I'm not making excuses. Don't misinterpret what I just said. There is no excuse. But you catch what I'm trying to say, right? How long do you keep calling somebody the worst names? How long do you keep comparing them to the worst dictators, murderers in human history? How long do you keep saying that someone is an actual, literal threat to democracy? Provably false. Like, we didn't live through 4 years of his administration just fine. How long do you keep saying that shit before there's serious repercussions, before somebody is so indoctrinated with it, they think that it's facts? I have lost friends over this. People like that Charleston Very Fine People hoax bullshit. They ran with that for years, and now Snopes is finally out admitting that that story was false, that it's a hoax. The fucked up thing is there isn't new information. They didn't uncover some secret recording proving that it was a hoax. No, all the same information was there from day one. Biden referenced that very incident, the Very Fine People hoax, in his acceptance speech at the 2020 Democratic National Convention. You know, the one where they said Trump loves Nazis and called them great people. You don't think that those plant seeds in people? Of course it does. I'm sorry I'm going on a rant here. This is some shit, man.
They burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduated to your racist if you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election, they got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president. I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot? Innocent people. Thought y'all were tolerant, thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels. Then why are y'all celebrating an attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa? Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed.
Musically, I like it. I feel the anger. I feel the passion. I like the lyrics so far. I mean, they're well written. Bear with me. I'm trying to look up something real quick because I don't want to do the disrespect of saying it wrong. Forgive me. I'm just going to get this correct. I know I'm wasting time here, but it's for a good cause. Corey Comparatore was the man who died. 50-year-old former fire chief Corey Comparatore died shielding his family.
To the home of the brave, freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed. Told us trust the science, but it never made sense to me. Why would we put all our trust in the enemy? Millions of people are hooked on amphetamines. They're making billions on untested remedies. Borders are open to people with felonies. Biden can't stop them, he don't have the energy. Y'all want to kill the man trying to fight for a better tomorrow by making him Kennedy? I tried to give y'all a chance, like maybe the left isn't nuts. I was wrong, cause y'all are exactly as crazy as every conservative person I know said you were all along. Wanna protest?
That's what I'm saying. What happened to these tolerant motherfuckers? That's what I'm saying. These people are disgusting. I've seen some people like that who appears to be an absolute piece of human garbage. Destiny. Have you read what that guy wrote? Talking about it's a shame that people invest in that type of weaponry. I'm summarizing what he said, but they don't learn how to shoot straight. There's a lot of sick people out, man.
Let's go hard. Wanna burn flags go off, but y'all are so triggered that you're pulling triggers at.
Okay, I like what he said right there. Hold on.
I was wrong, cause y'all are exactly as crazy as every conservative person I know said you were all along. Wanna protest, go hard. Wanna burn flags, go off.
You want to protest, go hard. You want to burn flags, go off. I'm in complete agreement. 100% agreement. And that's a stance I take that offends a lot of people on the right. Like, I have no problem with flag burning. Sorry. I'm a big proponent of free speech. That's covered by free speech. I'm not saying I like it. I'm not a fan. I would never do it. If I saw someone doing it, I would be like, man, fuck you. Because I would exercise my right to free speech and tell them what a fucking shitbird they were. However, they can do it. And I stand by their right to do it. And there's no excuse for political violence. There's just not. We live in America. This isn't some third world bullshit.
Y'all are so triggered that you're pulling triggers at presidents. Y'all the terrorists when you're armed. Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You
said, thank God the right don't riot. Well, yeah, they don't really. But if that man last night had shifted his arm a millimeter to the right before he fired, or if the wind hadn't picked up when it picked up, we'd be singing a different tune today. I wouldn't be making this video. You wouldn't be watching it. I don't think you'd be watching any reaction videos on YouTube today. because that would have broken this country. So we can all thank God that didn't happen.
You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going.
Okay, I assume what he's saying right there is he says, thank God the left can't aim. Then he says, why can't we just shoot straight? I think he's just doing a nice play on words there where he's not talking about literally, because then he's speaking metaphorically. Why can't we just talk straight? Why can't we just speak truth? Shoot straight, speak truth. Because it's lies that led us to this point. It's lies, wild accusations, propaganda, fear-mongering, racist fear-mongering.
Insane, bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed.
Powerful. Yeah. 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 I've never seen such egregious security failures. I mean, you don't have to be any type of tactical genius to know that you don't leave a open, elevated rooftop 140 yards away from where the former president is. Like, that's insane to me. Like, it's so crazy. I'm having the hardest time wrapping my mind around that aspect of it. Because if you know any basics of security, I mean, if you've read the Jack Reacher books, whichever one it is where they hire him to help foil assassination attempts on the president, and so he's got to break down where shooters would be and all this fucking shit. That fiction book would give you enough knowledge to make anybody who read it able to have done a better job at protecting and securing the fucking scene yesterday. And so you're left with this horrible thought of, is it gross incompetence or purposeful negligence? And both of those are very scary. I'll tell you, speaking on a more positive note, I've never seen anything like the way Donald Trump reacted under fire yesterday. I've never seen that. That's some shit out of the movies, you guys. Like, you want to talk about courage? Like, the literal definition of courage under fire. Like, it stirred me inside. These photos that are coming out now, they're astounding. They're epic. I mean, the one, and I'll put it on the screen right now, that one, with the flag behind Trump and the blood in the face and the Secret Service and the fist up, in case I couldn't find it. That's amazing. His reaction, listening to him demand to put his shoes on because he's going to have some dignity, damn it. And then pausing and just making sure that everybody knew that he was okay, raising his fist up, yelling fight. Like, the man, I said it yesterday in my action, like, he's a fucking G. I wasn't, that, like, he's a gangster. And I mean, for me, I mean that is a term of respect. Like, in my world, and that's a term of respect of the highest order. Okay, I'm not trying to be funny. I hope that was it. I hope we get serious answers. I hope that this isn't allowed to continue, because if you just pull back and you zoom back and you look at the big picture of everything, and you try to take your politics aside for a minute and your emotions out of it for a moment, you see a man who comes in from an outsider perspective. He's not a bought politician. They do not control this man. and then you see all of the lies that were told from the beginning, and then you listen to this rhetoric just keep getting ramped up to points where we all know, anybody with common sense, I should say, not we all, because so many people manage to just get fooled over this, but those of us that have our eyes open and some common sense can understand that this is propaganda, what they're trying to do here, these lies, this bullshit. They're trying to do it in order to control the narrative and control people. I said racist propaganda a little while ago, racist fear-mongering. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that. When Democrats say things like Republicans want to, and they're speaking to black people, and they say the Republicans want to put you back in chains, when they tell you that the elected president of the United States is a white supremacist, that is using someone's race and their inherent fears that they have buried deep inside them from all of the trauma that that race has endured through 400 years of fucking slavery. It's using that against them as a political tool to earn a vote. It's disgusting. It's effective. And that's the problem. It's very effective. But people are waking up and they're seeing this. And I firmly believe that it's this rhetoric that was at least in partial a very play. I believe that the rhetoric over the past several years, starting with him initially being called racist by Hillary Clinton, and the amplification of that over the years has led directly to where we are today. And considering everything that they've done to this man, from starting with the Russiagate bullshit, I mean, a paid for, made up file filled with lies that was then used as the basis for everything you ever heard about Trump and Russia, to these BS charges that they've everybody knows these things are going to get overturned, that they won't hold. They tried to take his money, they tried to take his freedom, they tried to get him impeached, they tried to ruin his reputation. None of that worked, and now what's left? What's left is what we saw yesterday. I'd love to know what you guys think of this entire situation. Overall, I like the song by Tom. We're going to listen to it again. It's a bit of a banger, actually. If you're just looking at it musically and you take the horrifying aspects of the situation and what caused the song to come out in the first place, it's a good song. Like, the bars are tight. You can feel his raw emotion. I have raw emotion over this. I'm offended deeply by this. Like on a level of my soul, I'm fucking offended. I'm offended for our country. And I'm sick and tired of the constant strife and division. And I know it's a little twisted to be angry about people sowing seeds of anger, but it's just how I feel. I'm angry about the seeds of anger. I'm angry about how everything has been twisted and people's emotions have been ramped up and used against them. And now this is the fucking mess that we sit in. Let's hope and let's pray that this can be something of a unifier for this country. Let's hope this leads to a Trump landslide. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll catch you on the next video. All right, later.